Hello everyone, this is HuskyStarcraft here, and it is time for another casual Christmas cast. It's going to be the CCC, so we're just having fun, sitting back, drinking some eggnog, and I guess singing Christmas carols. Oh, Christmas tree, something, 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 lots of dead Zerg and Protoss. We're watching Dragon and Zeth. Oh, whatever. I can't even improv anymore. I can't do it. But either way, up in the top right side, it's gonna be Mr. Zeth. He's got a fancy little icon here. Don't even know how you unlock that because I don't have that memorized. And down the bottom left side, it's going to be Dragon, one of the most entertaining streamers to watch. He's a player who was a professional player, and now he's just a professional entertainer. He likes to do things that are absolutely ridiculous on his live streams. And Zeth, we actually recently saw 2 games on my channel, 2 or 3, something like that. So it is going to be a TVP. And for those of you who don't know, I've already said it, but this is a special Christmas cast. I'm casting this on the day of Christmas because, you know what? I can't really buy you guys all gifts because I would be broke trying to ship them to you. So I will do it via the internet. So this Christmas is brought to you by Google and YouTube, as they're the ones providing this service for free. Man, I should do commercials for them. That would be great. You guys, Google, you know how to get a hold of me. You know where I live. And we do have the assimilator going to be on the way. Got the barracks going down, so standard schmandard. So I'm trying to think if there's anything I can just jibber jabber on about. You know what? I want you guys to tell me about your Christmas. Was it good? Did you get what you wanted? Did the girl who you've been friend zoned by finally ask you out? Did your parents not go crazy? Or was it bad? Did your parents go crazy? Do you have a very annoying sister? Did you get the worst present ever? Let's hear about it. Let's get it off your chest. Was it good or bad? Scale of 1 to 10. Let me know why. I'll be reading through them later today. Just so you have someone you can tell. There you go. It's like Facebook, only I actually am reading your posts. Heyo! All right, so it does look like the command center are going to be going down. Marine going to be able to push this on out of here just fine, and then also got to try out his gun that he got for Christmas. And I mean, how do you wrap a machine gun without being able to tell what it is? He probably knew what toy he was going to get, because Marines always get the same toy. It's they usually start with the guns, and then eventually next Christmas they get the combat shields. Sometimes, if it's a very special Christmas, they'll get drugs, which make them run fast. So, oh, there's the good old lag for the beta, which, you know, just kind of it is what it is. The game is in beta. Beta is beta. Now we do have 3 probes on the gas there. Did those probes go? No, I guess he did get the stalker and warp gate. I was a little bit confused there, but that's because I'm high on eggnog. I guess drunk on eggnog would be a little bit more accurate, although I don't actually drink. So either way, guys, let's be honest, you're drinking eggnog as well. We do have the command center going to be going down, a 3rd command center actually for Dragon. Like I said, he likes to go some pretty wacky stuff. Although I shouldn't mislead you. Getting 3 command centers at this point is not that wacky. It used to be wacky. Used to be a wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man, but now it can be pretty standard in this matchup. You just gotta watch out for the early pressure. Some hidden gateways, things like that can really cause you some trouble. The SCV down here going to be scouting. Oh, what is he doing? Is he scouting though? Is he really scouting? Because what would a Protoss have down here? Maybe the Stalker's just on the hunt here. We got the Predator versus Arnold Schwarzenegger, as he's actually going to be going for a 4th base. See, this is wacky. This is not wacky. This is wacky. So, good old Dragon going to be going some whacktacular build. Whacktacular. I feel like that's a word you should not use around your parents. But we do have a 2nd gateway on the way. What is this? The robotics? Yep, robotics facility on the way. Forge on the way. That's a little bit wacky. Getting that early of a forge is a tiny bit wacky, I'm going to be honest, because, I mean, really, what can this forge be used for? Yes, you can use it for the +1, but you don't really have any units to back it up. Yes, it can be used for cannons, but then that means you have a weak army to protect your natural. So the timing of this forge is awkward, but if he actually manages to pull it off, if he actually manages to get those upgrades started, then he's going to be in great shape. And honestly, Dragon, with his quick expanding here, Zeth is going to be in okay shape, because he's going to have time to get those upgrades. And, you know, you got to remember that Protoss loved the late game. That's why it's kind of surprising to see Dragon go for so many expansions, is because, you know, the late game is good for Protoss. That's all there is to it. You can get lots of upgrades, you get lots of splash damage units. I mean, think about it like this. Protoss is the only, number 1, they had the most tier 3 units. And number 2, think about what those tier 3 units are. Colossus, Now there's technically Tempest and Carriers, but we don't think about them. We have Colossus, Archons, and High Templar. All of those do insane splash damage. Now, what build does Terran normally go? Marine and Marauder, which bunch up heavily and take a lot of damage from splash damage. So right now we are seeing Marines and Siege Tanks come out, which, where's the factory? Are we not seeing Siege Tanks? Am I hallucinating? I feel like I'm hallucinating. I'm hallucinating. Oh, you know what? It's Christmas. I can see whatever I want because it's a magical holiday, guys. I don't even care. Now, I do love this mule dump down here. Basically, what he's doing is dumping all his mules as far away from his base as he possibly can so that his main and natural mine out much more slowly. So not only is he getting the extra income from the base, he's also going to be looking for long-term prospects here. And, you know, it's a bit of a risk. I mean, if a couple zealots find this, all of a sudden your mule dump is just that, a dump of dead things. And you're not able to actually mine there, and you wasted a lot of energy. But right now, everything's falling into his court. The +1 armor on the way for Zeth, as well as Twilight Council here. He's going to go for Temple Archives, like I was saying. He's going to be able to rush towards Tier 3. I mean, getting at the 8-minute mark, that feels great as Protoss. But seriously, Zeth has, like, nothing right now. He's going for Zealot Lakes, he's going for armor and Temple Archives, all at the same time, all before he has more than 3 gateways. And this game is actually absurd. This is like no rush 25 minutes at this point. This is the level of absurdity that we're watching right now. Now, unfortunately for Zeth, he doesn't know about this third base, and he does need to go ahead and scout that ASAP. I think, yep, still building units down here, still making SCVs and dropping those mules, and is going to be dropping that second gas. So as long as Zeth can scout this at some point, I mean, he's going to be in great shape. But right now, Dragon, he could be making 4 SCVs at a time, and he is. Oh, you bet your biscuits he is. He's at 57 SCVs. I mean, how often do you see a Terran player beating a Protoss before the 10-minute mark in SCVs? But how often do you see a Protoss player getting a Forge, Templar Archives, and Twilight Council and everything this early? You just don't. You just don't. And Archon already mixed in. Surprised to see him not go for 2 Templar instead. I think he's a little bit worried that there is going to be an attack coming, and he would be correct, as these Marines going to be getting into position. But with the Zealot legs comes the ability to warp in units for defense that are very powerful. Now, what I mean by that is they got a lot of HP, they're able to charge in right away, so they're effective immediately, and they can absorb damage for your Archons to kind of clean out everything else. So these expansions are going to be awkwardly close to each other at this point, so that means that this game will be very tense coming up. Now, basically right now what's happening is, yeah, it's slow macro, there's no harassment going on, no major battles, nothing like that. But that's going to be setting us up for quite an epic engagement coming up here in the next couple of minutes. So several SCVs down here, or I guess there's 2 right now, and they are transferring over here to the now 4th base. Cannot believe he's got 4 bases already. Where are these Zealots going? Are they gonna be able to see where? Oh, so close. That Marine there, though, gonna be distracting them there. The Automaton's saying there's no bases down there. You don't got to worry about it, man. There's the scan. Does see the Archons there, so he knows what he's going to be going up against. Do we see a transition into Ghost? There's going to be the Caduceus reactor. Did he actually get the where is it? Where is it? Oh, I guess this is going to be a older replay, because finding absolute new replays on the newest patch is actually impossible right now. So that is that. As we do have the Caduceus reactor going to be on the way. So this means that this game is going to be even harder for Zeth, because this was before a couple of the most recent Terran nerfs. So definitely something you have to watch out for. Combat Shield's going to be nearly done here. And remember, there's a certain timing where you just hit your stride as Terran. But unfortunately for him, he may get owned by the Storms and the feedbacks. They're going to be quite brutal at this point. And I think he's got 2 High Templar in the field. They do have enough energy for Storm right now, I believe. Or they will momentarily. Yep, right there. So Storm is now a viable threat. Notice how the upgrade was finishing right when Storm was, there was also enough energy for that. So that's going to be huge, as we just kind of sit back, enjoy the ride, and we cheer for our favorite player. I know Dragon has a lot of fans. Zeth going to be having some fans, I feel like, after the most recent games I cast of his. But, you know, either way, both very good players, rather, you know, at least entertaining players to watch. And we do have more upgrades on the way. +2 armor. The +1 attack is already done. No Chrono Boost going to be dumped there. But he does have a little bit of energy to be Chrono Boosting some stuff. He could use it for the Colossus tech if he wants. Decides to use it for Blink. Can't say that I blame him. But again, remember the thing I've said about Protoss in the past is that if you're dumping Chrono Boost in an upgrade, like a, for example, like Blink or Charge or something like that, it's not necessarily worth it if you don't end up using it before it would have finished anyway. So that's just something to keep in mind, because you can use it to chrono boost out your economy, you can use it to chrono boost out your attack and armor upgrades, because those basically take the full duration of the game to get anyway. So getting those out is always kind of nice. But Zeth is on 3 bases, and you may be saying, well, our Terran player Dragon, you know, he was able to get up a hidden 3rd base. It hasn't been detected. He's able to get up his 4th base uncontested. Now he's working on a 5th and 6th base. He's definitely got this game. Well, the thing you have to remember is that Dragon has not tried to do any type of harassment at all. And anytime you go up against a Protoss player who has not been hurt any way economically, I don't think there's been a single worker killed. Let's see. Workers killed 0, units killed 2. So this is the slowest game I think I've ever seen, and that spells bad news bears for Dragon, because Protoss, again, love the late game, and all of a sudden, Zeth is at the late game composition at the 15-minute mark. Normally, Protoss does not have this composition whatsoever. It does look like the expansion may get taken out here. I don't think Zeth is going to be able to defend this at all. Should probably just cancel this immediately. Although the Storm right there, the High Templar getting pretty ballsy, but he can't save that by himself. However, the High Templar did reveal, hey, there's Storm here. So Dragon is going to have to worry about that, as we do have some Colossus on the way as well. More attack and armor upgrades here. So Dragon's got to be careful with his army. It is bunched up, but so is Zeth's army. The High Templar are going to be getting in a position here. If he does not back up, these Storms are going to be ridiculous. Notice how he swung around with the Zealots actually intercepting this army, and he's just got to keep running from the Storms. Oh, no, those Storms. Now he's backed into a corner here. Oh, avert your eyes. Look away, everybody. This is a massacre. An absolute massacre. Oh, my God. I almost feel disgusting having just watched that massacre unfold. Now, Dragon will be able to replace that army, but unfortunately for him, this shows you the importance of being able to micro, and he just got trapped. He got backed into a corner. The Zealots swinging around, got to be able to trap that, and Zeth, though, still unable to spot the expansion down here, which is going to be starting to get mined out here, considering the amount of mules he's dropped. There's already mineral patches going to be disappearing, and continues to drop those mules there. It does look like Zeth will be taking down these destructible rocks, but again, this is just buying more and more time for Dragon to get re-maxed out. You can see how many things he's producing at a time. He has 6 barracks going down, but more importantly, 2 medevacs, 2 Vikings, 2 Hellions, 4 Marauders, and a Marine, as well as 3-3 and attack upgrades for his Vikings. So he's going to be in pretty good shape here, and or at least, I wouldn't say pretty good shape. I'd say more as good of shape as he possibly can be. But honestly, I mean, it's tough for Terran, especially since he's not going mech this game. It's going to be tough for him to deal with this late game death ball that Zeth has found himself with. 2 attack, 3 armor, is even working on the shield upgrades for his Archons. His High Templar numbers are relatively high at 5, so that's going to be a lot of Storms thrown down. Double upgrade still on the way. Dark Shrine on the way. This isn't necessarily for harassment. It can be used for that, but also for cheaper on the gas Archons, which is always nice to be able to warp in, you know, if you have too many minerals or too much gas. And my God, this expansion in the bottom right side still has not been spotted. So they just got, it's all about location, and they're in pretty good shape. More mules going to be dropped down there. That's going to help clean up some of those mineral patches, actually. But at this point, 3 Zealots and a High Templar inside, so got to be able to do a lot of damage in the main base. And then also this army, what are you even supposed to do versus this other than control very good? Does manage to take out the sensor tower there. Could have got EMP'd. I think Dragon wisely decided not to EMP that. SCVs need to be repairing the planetary. He is in position to do this. The planetary slowly turning around and will be able to force this back. EMP should be able to do quite a bit of damage here, managing to hit the Colossus, but not the High Templar, and it does look like this army is going to get pushed back. That's that Warhound trying to, or Hellbat. God, they keep adding names, different names. Oh, we do have the drop inside the main base. And they used to be the Hellbat. The Warhound used to be a unit that was in the game. Here's the Warp End inside the main base. DTs coming on in, and how well do these, well, no, they do not do that well versus DTs. And the army over here is going to get lots of splash damage laid down. The Storms, oh dear. Oh, this is a slaughter. This is a slaughter fest over here, and I'm still going to upload it anyways, although the supplies are relatively even. The base down here finally getting spotted, which took quite a long time. Does manage to kill all the SCVs, mind you. And the interesting thing is, now that he's expanding down there, there's just no mineral patches left. There's only, what, like 1,000 minerals left here? Maybe 2,000, which is almost not even worth expanding there right now. But it does look like the planetary will be able to hold its own for now. Can actually kill off the Archon here if he swings those units through. And if he stims, he can get it. Very low on HP, only 10 HP remaining. The Marauder, you can see stimming there, does manage to get it. Needs to turn around, though. And, yep, sacrificing a couple units for an Archon is worth it. The Medivacs, though, trying to boost on out of there using those emergency thrusters, but it's not going to be enough. And I gotta say that Dragon has still got really good income at this point. Well, yeah, he does. I'm gonna say he does. But somehow Zeth has way more, and I think it's because he just expanded so late. He's got all these fresh mineral patches ready to go. Lots of Archons on the way, and honestly, I gotta say, Zeth has been very cost-effective in both engagements, but Dragon, the reason he's able to hang on is because of that base. He's able to fully utilize the extra minerals here and just get out a lot of Marine and Marauder. He's got the 3-3 upgrades. He does need some more Ghosts here, which he does have 5 on the way. It looks like the Sentry Tower are going to get taken out right away. Grabbing this Watchtower, a very awkward moment for Dragon. Oh, no, he's backed into a corner. Not again. Here we go again. Those storms are going to be ridiculous. The Planetary will be able to help out here. Yeah, it is doing splash damage, I think, on all 3 Archons here, so that's going to be nice. Don't know if he's going to be able to repair this or not, but the Archon is very vulnerable here, swinging around, and will be able to take out 3, 4+ Archons, and unfortunately the Planetary does go down, but at the same time, the amount of units here is dwindling, although Zeth is going to be reinforcing this very quickly, and there's the GG from Dragon. Able to get the hidden expansion, able to hang on for an extremely long time, but when you get your army bunched up and stormed in the face, that is just the most gratifying thing as a Protoss. I will just say, I'm still going to upload this game just because the gratifying feeling that all the Protoss get from that is going to, it's going to be a good feeling for the holidays. Anyways, guys, this is going to be my last video for today. I'm going to go celebrate the holidays, but make sure to check out my second channel, youtube.com/Husky. I have a lot of stuff going on there, including a full Warcraft 3 campaign playthrough, which has been one of my most popular playthroughs to date. So definitely go check that out, guys. Just youtube.com/Husky. That can be your gift to me if you want to give me something, just to go subscribe there. And yeah, hope Christmas is everything you wanted it and more. Wanted it to be and more. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. This has been another Super Cash cast. Super Cash. Super casual.